And welcome back to ECL South America. We have reached basically the end of the season here. We are trying to see who is locked in for playoffs and who isn't, who's going to be falling below the lines here. I'm joined by Cole Exeter and Henry. It's good to be back down here and really checking out all the up-and-coming teams and checking back on in, see how they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, again, ECL, it's always very valuable because we do watch a lot of South American Counter-Strike. Some of these names here we don't oftentimes get a chance to look at a lot of. And for the games that we have today, as we kind of inch forward towards the end of the season, we get to see more of these teams. So really much looking forward to some of the action that we have today.
Yeah, it's cool. We can go ahead and check on into the groups and see all the standings that we really have to work with because, this is months of gameplay that we've had right here. And I think, this is the biggest sample size you can really take of the region to see who has really been the best here in 2024.
Yeah, no question about it here. Very exciting to see these clashes constantly take place. It always gives you a good litmus test as to whether or not these rosters are operating, if they're doing very well. As you can see from the top side of that bracket there, Imperial absolutely dominating the scene right now. Red Cannon's not too far behind them. I mean, all of these results here, you're looking at a pretty exciting top side and top teams right now that have been just doing so much work as of recent here. But again, Bestia kind of included in that list, and that's going to be a big deal for our game today.
Yeah, Bestia, kind of ahead of the rest, but at the same time, I think they still need these reps, even as they're bringing in a newer lineup here with Naz, our boy, joining into the lineup. I'd like to think that, but we followed this guy's upward career trajectory for him to even make it onto Bestia. So it'll be awesome to see how he's going to be faring today against 2Game. I think a roster that didn't have many expectations, but were able to pull some surprises here and there.
Yeah, I mean, again, we came into it, I think, very early on into the season, watching what 2Game was bringing to the table there, and I think they have surpassed our expectations here. I mean, settling down versus some of the better rosters in South America, obviously not getting a lot of massive wins, but have been able to pull through here and there a couple of very impressive upsets in these best of ones. And if you're 2Game, that's kind of the goal here. Although again, still finding themselves in hot water in the standings wise, so a big deal, and actually trying to close out what is going to be towards the last 4 games here. They've got Pain, I believe tomorrow actually, but just trying to get a couple more wins underneath their belt is going to mean a lot to them.
Yeah, they could potentially dodge that auto relegation here for this 2Game squad, and I think it's a kind of a bunch of old vets who are trying to get back into the swing of things and really get started again here in South American Counter-Strike, bringing on some of the MIBR Academy guys and trying to take them up to the next level. So I think they could be good for another round here, but over on the side of Bestia, these guys have, kind of been around the block. It's been very up and down. It's been rocky at times. They were qualifying for international events. Now they're kind of, below that top 5 down here in South America. What do you think of their arc?
Yeah, I mean, again, they ended last year off very strong, but I think they recognize that they need changes to elevate their game here in 2024, and that's been a big deal for them, is trying to get back up to a form where they can qualify, where they can make deep runs here. And actually, what's interesting is right now, while they've had successes, or they've had struggles outside of this specific tournament, they have been doing really good in Challenger League. The consistency in which we just saw them win 2 best of ones not too long ago, I think earlier today, versus Imperial. So
Yes.
I mean, that's a massive deal right there. Back-to-back best of ones versus what is one of the stronger teams in South America is a massive deal. So heading into this one with some confidence.
Yeah, it has been pretty up and down. We can go ahead and check on into the maps to see where we're going to land between these squads here. But, really, Bestia, again, it's been a bit rocky because they've even had some losses to what you would consider subpar teams here in the region. Those 2 best of ones, so it's got a fighter underneath you today and tonight. And kind of putting our eyes on a couple of players. We're hoping that Naz can really perform. I mean, we'll go ahead and check into our very first BO1. And it looks like we're going to be ending up on Anubis. Any opinions, any hot takes you got here, Cole? Or is everything just according to plan?
I mean, I think if you're Bestia, you're going to be very happy with this map. Again, this has just always been really strong for them. You talk about CT side aggression, and they're going to be feeling the opportunities to get very proactive here. I think two game, they might have a good idea. They might have that comfort here as well. But I just think Bestia leaning in on their strengths is exactly what I want to see. And just kind of a hint on it as well is obviously as the veto format works here. Not only are you going to see that like last map be Anubis, that'll obviously not be played out in the next best of one. But also you've got that last ban of nuke coming through from Bestia that they could lean on as well. So
Yeah.
it's a bit interesting there that I think it's just two very strong maps that were left as the decision between Bestia. Like they're going to be very happy that that is the case there.
Yeah, a lot of comfortability right there. I mean, getting a chance to even look back on those BO1s that they were able to take versus Imperial. They beat Imperial on Nuke as well to make life even better. And guess who was top on the scoreboards, Cole? It's Nasty Naz. 1.86 rating against Imperial and a 13-4 victory. Now, maybe for Imperial, they let their foot off the gas. I don't necessarily think, they're kind of reaching the end of their season, what they are able to accomplish. They are locked in for the top spot here in ECL, but still, what an achievement here for Bestia, and good for Nasty Naz to show up. With that being said, Cole, I think we've yapped so much about it. I think we know who we got trying to win this BO1.
Yeah. I mean, again, like we talked about here, two game coming through with a little bit of flair here every once in a while, and that flair certainly shows up. But already looking at the vetoes here, looking at the comfort for Bestia, they're going to be feeling very confident heading into this matchup. So both you and I agree in here, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, that Bestia should be the team coming through here, closing it out. They've already won 2 best-of-1s today. They're looking to keep that forward into this next series, and I think the job just kind of gets a little bit more straightforward when you talk about the competition they're up against right now.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, with the potential vetoes of Anubis right now for our first BO1, and well, it's not quite up in the air just yet, but it's probably looking like Nuke as our second BO1 as well. That's kind of tease up Bestia for a really, potentially one-sided affair. We'll see, because I think one thing 2Game has done is they have surprised us a couple of times. They have a couple BO1s versus Case, versus Adali Amigos. I believe they have one mixed in with Team Solid as well. Like, again, all rosters that are very competitive in this level of Counter-Strike. And Bestia, I mean, if it's hopefully it's only a day by day thing and not a match by match thing in terms of inconsistency.
Yeah, I think it should be right. Again, I think Bestie coming into this one as well, very excited to be playing out the successfully in ECL. So trying to just carry that forward. I think there's a lot of motivation for them to try and maybe increase a little bit in the standings and show up here for seeding wise and things along those lines. So again, the motivation factors with them big time.
Yeah, let's go ahead and check into our player to watch for this matchup. Over here, we're Bestia enthusiasts, all right? And we've seen a thing or two, and we followed this guy's trajectory to even make it up to this lineup. Naz, a very young talent, and basically a rookie at this level of Counter-Strike. I mean, he absolutely delivered versus Imperial today. What more does he got?
Yeah, I mean, again, we watched Naz come through from the La Rugnetta squad there, where, again, it was a team assembled full of very exciting pieces, a team that was assembled very quickly and on the fly, and the amount of success that roster was able to field, Naz was a key facilitator in that department. I think Bestia watched this guy play versus some of the best teams in South America and said, I mean, they just couldn't pass up on that opportunity, right? Again, if you're looking to elevate your game, you got to go in and try and find the talent there, and while it sometimes feels like maybe there's a slight limitation in talent that you can really identify here in the region and in South America, especially if you're just talking about Argentina, they found an absolute key piece here. And I think a big upgrade long term for Naz if he can continue to show what he did on La Rugnetta in this squad.
Yeah, I think the one way to describe Naz as a player is just explosive. He just makes things happen from out of nowhere. And I think a huge, he's replacing Deco on this team as well. And I think it's a night and day difference in terms of stylistic purposes between those two players. So I could imagine why it's taken about a month and a half here now for Naz to really fit into this lineup here for the side of Bestia. And it's a different stylistic of a player, very new to working with, the godfather of Argentinian Counter-Strike, good old Noxy. So, we're hoping to see him really step into the fold, and I think he's just starting to do that.
Yeah. I mean, again, if he starts to find some of that comfort, we were talking about it here, but I imagine there's a lot of like still finding your footing in a squad like this, a squad of this caliber, where every once in a while you get to see his squads in the past, especially like La Ruganeta, play up against some of the top teams. Now you're doing it just about every day, right? You're going constantly up against the best teams in South America. And that's a whole nother task there. Maybe it takes a hit on the confidence, but what we just saw from that last series is that he's still able to bounce back from that slow start he had out of the gates from Bestia and become the player that we know he was.
Yeah, that's what we're really looking to see here. And on the side of, 2Game, it's really, we're hoping to see, they have a new player on their books. I will give it to them. They have Spinny joining in with this lineup, another MIBR Academy pickup. I'm not sure, like way back in the day, I'm gonna poke your brain.
Yeah.
What have you seen out of this player?
I have not. I don't think I've casted him yet, to be honest with you. So I don't know if I've seen much of anything here. But what I do like is that some of these older players here on 2Game are just like, okay, we need some younger talent. We've got to sort ourselves out a little bit because playing with some of the older guys has not necessarily been leading to the most success. So they're like, well, who do we know that could maybe join up on this roster? And they're just like, call up MIBR Academy and find another player to pick up. Because when we saw B-God, I think he was able to do a lot of the heavy lifting in that one ECL game that we cast at the beginning of the season. This was a long time ago at this point, but I think a pretty valuable pickup right there if they're looking for a firepower adjustment because, again, the discrepancy between, B-God and the rest of the roster was definitely felt, I think, long term.
Yeah, I 100% agree. It's like B-God is actually like a very talented player that does have prospects in this region. It's really, what can he do with the pieces that is currently surrounding him is the biggest question, of course. But here for the old guard trying to jump back in to this, maybe they could lead this player in the right direction. Other than that, Spinny hasn't necessarily had the greatest debut. I'll give it to him. The stats don't really look too perfect, but obviously it depends if it's a match by match thing here for Bestia, whether they're on fire, because there sometimes are some inconsistencies. Obviously, Luchov, capable of the pop-off game here and there, can also sometimes flatline, and those could provide some weaknesses, who knows, for this squad to take advantage of.
Yeah, and again, Bestia, I don't think are a team that really falls into like big turmoil when it comes to like frustration. I think this is a roster that really has that mental resiliency. So that's going to be one of those challenges that I think if you're 2Game, you just can't exploit, right? This roster calls so many timeouts. They're constantly hitting the pause button. If things go wrong, they try as hard as possible to try and figure out solutions. So for that, I really like this Bestia roster. Is that's a theme of them specifically on their T sides, like. Seeing this roster use all 3 timeouts in like the first half.
I remember that.
And then, I mean, they do it often. It's actually wild. I think one of the bigger nerfs to this team was when we transitioned into CS2 and they took one of the timeouts away because before then they were still using 4 timeouts. So I mean, again, that sort of capitalization, it might not necessarily be there, but like you said, if you do find an off day, which again might not necessarily be there because we just saw this team take on Imperial, but if you're able to capitalize on that sort of silence that can sometimes come through, there might be some holes here in Bestia. It's just unfortunate that this is such a strong map for them to kick things off.
Yeah, I think for that, it's right now there's just the map pool doesn't really favor 2Game here. Talking about the coaching things as well, is like Zote, a very new coach to the Argentinian side. I remember Locomotion used to be the long-standing coach for this lineup for ages. He went out at the very start of the year, so it's kind of like a new face to this lineup, which is probably why we haven't necessarily seen everything glued together. Locomotion ended up going on to join Fluxo, and then, well, Fluxo went ahead and decided to fly without a coach for a while. That's its own whole journey. Man, I remember that team without a coach. It just feels quite wild, to be honest. Because I remember sometimes Fluxo would falter a little bit.
Oh
It's
my
cool to see them
gosh.
doing well this year, this season, though.
Yeah, their turnaround has definitely been something to take note here long term. Like you said, when they were operating without a coach, and really, I would say like they had slight like leadership there as well, but I felt like that department was missing. It was a really odd time for Fluxo, but yeah, I mean that sort of flux in Fluxo has definitely been felt this season. So again, I think there's opportunities to capitalize here, and Bestia have been able to do that so far. I think for sure.
Yeah, Tacitus joining up on his lineup right now. Zote, the new coach here for Bestia, at least for this season, and seeing if things will go just according to plan here for Bestia. As we are jumping into Anubis here, finally, Bestia going to be taking on 2-game. Bestia heavy favorites, but 2-game not strangers to any upsets.
Here we are. See if they can keep that up here. Continue to operate here. Some confidence. Operate with some success here on the CT side of Anubis to kick things off. We got the Raid Boss dually set up for Naz. And again, like, sometimes I feel like this was a player that you didn't even need to give a lot of resources to. But I like that Bestia are still willing to do that as well. Giving him the dual Berettas, giving him the setup, placing faith and the newest addition as opposed to sitting him with no tools. That's always a really promising sign for team cohesion, I feel like.
And, well, he not going to be challenged just yet. Or maybe they will. They're actually going to run through into Temple. There goes the first from Naz, the second. Oh, make it 3. That's what you like to see out of Naz. He is keeping up the farm.
That's why you give the dual Berettas right there. That's why you place your faith into him. They just come running around that corner into a buzzsaw there, Naz. Chopping them all up right there. DZT. He's left lurking about here. Just scratching his head.
Oh, man. Again, just explosive. Oh, here he is for the quad. There he's got them all. Headshots. Every single one of them for Naz. They're almost instant. God, I love this watching this player.
It's a blast. An absolute blast right there. Sitting them all packing with the dual Berettas. Noxy will help out. A little smile on his face. They get to start off with the pistol success. We will get an immediate force buy back here from 2-game, though. They'll look to keep the pressure on. So we'll see what they have for us here. Full-on B-exec rolling through here pretty soon.
Oh, good flash. Luchov actually be knocked off the angle. And a great nade that just sets a landmine underneath VHZ. But as Thomasin will clean up DZT. Puts Spinny into the 1 versus 3. About to be enveloped, though. Gonna try and point him within the smoke. Down to 7 HP immediately and then finished off. A bomb plant comes out of the force buy attempt. I'm gonna say it'll just be 2-0 here for Bestia.
Looking to defuse there. I mean, it felt like the scaling was very quick. But also, look at Naz's damage in that round. He starts off very well. They hold their own with a nice little Luchov multi-kill. They're able to trade positively. Did feel like a scary kickoff to that round. For a second, I thought that Naz's ADR was the amount of damage he did in that round. Because it was so high, but still able to provide a lot in that last. The bomb plant's going to give them 5 deagles here for 2-game. This could be fun.
Huh. Oh, and that HG. Money. Onto Spinny. I am a deco enjoyer, do not fret. But maybe not against this team. Cool. This is... Let's see if they can hit at least a headshot in here. Luchov, if you miss once, keep swinging. You might hit him again. Luchov's here for the entertainment.
loves to go swinging for the fences. Keep on peeking. Another one. Oh, yeah. Re-peek him.
This is peak number 10 right now. Here we go. We go back
11.
in it. All right, for 11. Now number 12.
How much peeking
Make
is
it 13.
too much peeking?
14. 14 peaks coming through from Luchov. Eventually, he'll get his one.
I was playing Nuke earlier, and I peeked up secret 5 or 6 times in a row. I know that 6th peek, I obviously got headshot, right?
Yeah.
And all I sat there and I said, "Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Why did I do that?"
You didn't peek
But
7 times.
If I would have, if I would have peeked 6 times and gotten the kill, you walk away from that exchange. Let's fall in the end right there. Snaz. One player too strong.
Yeah, man. It's Doc. I mean, the running joke is that Donk gets too tired of farming tier 1 teams, so he has to come back down here to South America where the real competition's at.
Quick flight. I thought he was just in Europe.
No, he's actually on a 200 ping, which makes it all the more impressive.
Yeah. Wow. Respect. Believe we're going through some tech issues though, so we might go ahead and toss this one off to a break, guys. Once we come back, we'll be carrying forward here on Anubis. Oh, or now we will. It was saved right there by the bell. Nicely done.
Saved by the bell.
Clutch it up right there. Just perfect time for the tech points to
Just
expire.
perfect timing. We would have had the intro outro sequence right back in the game.
Saved.
Or chill, it's saved here. By Bestia. So we're back aboard. Quick tech pause, and we are in. Cool little lineup nade here from Tamazin. As Naz, he has an HE. I think he wants to do the CS2 thing. What is the CS2 thing, Cole?
HE the smokes?
Yeah. And get your molly extinguished by it, apparently, as well.
Yeah, I think that bounced a little bit off the mark there.
A little pop-up through E-Box here. Naz does handle the aggressors, and even the next. And then Luchov the same. As the site play falls apart here for 2-game. Naz feeling privy 9-1. 5-0 here for Bestia on the defense.
Bang, bang, quick and easy. Catching out pretty comfortably up against this 2-game squad as we kind of expected so far, but Naz, he's delivering still. I'm on Naz watch right now, 178 ADR. Still dropping those big numbers. Can't keep it up. How much can he do? Got some cool smokes being tossed out a couple of different times. Saw Luchov toss a smoke from like the back of Temple, and I didn't know where that one was landing.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it lands towards front of E-Box. I'm gonna be honest.
That's what I assumed. But it felt like a mass. Like he had some arm on that, you know. So I wasn't sure. But look at this. We got a little E-Box aggression here. Shouldn't be fully accounted for, but they want to flash it in.
That's not. It doesn't matter. The flashbang completely missed. He just wide swung him anyways.
Hey, the flash was just to give him confidence right there. When you swing with conviction like that, you know you're gonna win the duel.
I can't believe it. Naz, and the fact that Naz just went with it. He said, yeah, I've got my teammate behind me. Let's go.
The conversation was flash missed, bail, bail. And Naz, there was nothing stopping his head full of steam right there.
He's the bull seeing the red tarp. Oh, Domazin certainly saw that. Only now it kind of registers to him.
And there's the E-Box tick.
Underhand flash, trying to get him out of dodge. Luchov will convert the kill onto DZT, but PHC has got a kill here on a Myron, and maybe some more, but of course it's Naz from the back of the site with a triple kill, and putting B-God in the 1 versus 3. Naz is going insane right now, and then Noxy cuts the cross. Bestia could do no wrong.
Oh yeah, Naz watch. Another 3K. 185 DAR. He's dropping big numbers on him right now. This guy cannot be stopped.
Nasty Naz.
Mm.
See, you know, as Doc is Doc's cousin, Naz is Naf's cousin.
Yes. Yes. I like that.
You know, it doesn't happen every day, but again, that's how we talk about this player. He is just explosive and extremely fun to watch.
Yeah. I mean, very fun right now when he drops these sort of big numbers, when he's swinging you with no flash, but he knows the flash already missed you still, he just doesn't care. I just love that. So aggressive, so in your face. 2-game, unfortunately, falling to this player making big-time plays. I mean, I'm thinking at this point maybe go B, or go A, rather. Trying to avoid him. Sometimes that can help.
And now they have to deal with Thomason, and you know, I think, well, Naz, a prodigy, Thomason, well, not, you know, not even needed. TZT just runs right into the op, right in front of him, and there's nothing to shoot at.
Yeah, he also ran through like 2 mollies right there, DCT, so took a healthy chunk of damage, gave him an early warning. That's a bit rough. And of course, Naz on B delivers a kill. Keep feeding the beast. Oh yeah, That flash landed this time. Now let's give him a swing.
Oh, all right. That's a nice single headshot from VHZ. Okay, he was thinking about it. Like, you know, the thought did cross his mind. But then he realized this isn't official, and he gets that's a chance to farm 200 ADR right there.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking more than that. Like, at this point, you do whatever you want, but he's like, I'm seeing how much I can get. How much can I get in this one? I'm making no mistake. Right there. Go for a knife round and you lose a kill. That's one less number in the good. But not even the round department, just the KD. Oh my god. Half of Dog's HP just vanished.
Oh, and then the elevated angle from Luchov, the little lurk smoke works against them. And then, oh, come on. It's overkill at this point from Thomas. Oh my goodness, Skull.
With a Batman drop right there.
Noxie's also gonna get caught. I think Bestia overextending a tad bit. I like how Thomason dropped that kill, ran all the way through E-Box, back through Temple, and he's on the A site.
Just like, Naz, you got B? I said, yep. I got B. Or maybe not. Starting to leave B as the re-aggression formulates.
Oh, they're not watching A main. No one's watching A main. Instant headshot out of Thomason. A refrag there from VHC. He's gonna come back into main. Hello there. There's a second one. And the bomb's dropped. And B-God in the 1 versus 3. Naz, his court-ordered 1 kill will come through.
I got mine.
8-0.
I got mine in 14 more. He did take a big hit in the ADR department. He lost about 10. Maybe 15, actually. I think he had 16 or 186 before that. So some brutal hits to the ADR department of Naz, only having 171 now. Can you keep it up? 2 every round. He's gonna have to make up for last round, so make it 3 this time.
The expectations we give this man. Unfortunately, Noxie's gonna take away some of his rations right there.
Oh, these are the ecos here. Oh yeah, he's going to hunt though.
He's going in!
Oh yeah. Get him.
Alright, it's not looking great though. No. It's not looking great. It's actually 2 kills out of the Desert Eagles, but then here's Luchov. He takes out the Tech 9. He will exercise abstinence by not running through the smoke. Crazy that we have to call that abstinence and not just, you know, sanity. Man advantage here for Bestia. Noxie. Toasted. And this train going smooth down the tracks right now for Bestia.
Lost it. Lost big time right there. Naz watch, he's dropped down to 161.
Unbelievable.
He missed those sweet eeks.
He's our player to watch, Cole.
Yeah, what are we gonna do? He's only got 161 ADR.
Cole, I think we should have picked a different player to watch.
Yeah, I don't know. I looked at the rest of the server and there isn't really much competition in that department, but we got the double op rolling out for the CT side.
I think
we're hitting the for fun Counter-Strike points right
yeah.
now of about that point of the game.
After you take down Imperial for the day, everything else just doesn't feel like competition, right?
Take
One of
him
the
down in
better
a big
days of
way.
Bestia Counter-Strike.
Hitting him on a good day here for sure. You have to watch your opponents kind of roll over some of the best competition that South America has. And then you get to play them.
Oh, and the molly missed again. In the meantime, Doc. Should be a good HE. Takes a chunk out of Myron. And even Luchov getting peppered. Trying to really sell the rotates away. Luchov could be in some trouble. He's going to call for backup. Flashbang, excellent. Able to escape, post back up.
Oh, repeak.
He's thinking about it.
What's going on here?
DZT.
No one's watching main.
Yeah, but they're waiting for DZT to make the move before the main players go. The flashbang, though, a tad late. And then Luchov also picks another, and 3 players in position. There is no getting past this. They're going to try and back away and save, but someone's got the back door. We're locked in. VHC will get the 1. He's going to scope back up for a tad more, and he's going to get ran down by the Tech 9. 10-0.
I was hoping for a VHZ right there, highlight sequence. A 1v5 Guardian-esque, like, punishing the overextensions. Unfortunately, stars don't align there. We get double digits and a double up continuing forward here. 2 games just keep on running into the brick wall. Oh yeah, now it's getting active right now.
Meyer and the same. They're all stuck up in rugs right now. Oh my goodness. And then there's Noxie's AWP. Like, they hear the run back, and they're like, it might be clear, guys. It might be, but then there's that.
Oh, we got canals, guys. Don't worry.
Oh,
You're not clear in this.
This is... Oh, but fourth...
Naz.
Oh, Naz tried to stay still as a statue. But then B-Gon... No, it doesn't matter anyways. There's another shot rolling out. The Tech 9, if it found that kill, I wouldn't know what to say.
That's getting cute with it right there. I like it. Worth a shot.
He's trying to have too much fun, man.
Oh, it's so good. Just watching them all walk by right there, and then... You know, something probably popped up on the mini-map or something. I don't know. Just got... Eventually he's able to recognize that position. Can only be so strong for so long. And Noxie closing in. Shark hungry for a meal. Quick kill rolling through there. B-God. The man for the job here with a clutch. Maybe. Maybe. But not quite.
Yeah, I think we got to just witness Bestia on a good day. Having a lot of fun down here. Cole, all I want for this round is for DZT to get 1.
Oh. Oh. Me too. I'll back you up on that one. We got almost... So, Thomason has 93 ADR. Almost everyone on Bestia is rocking almost 100 ADR besides Myron. It's actually nuts.
It's because Naz decided to take all the ADR away from everyone else. And also, this lurk smoke, okay. Naz will try to get antsy with it. For once, it's actually looking like good news. I say that. Okay, Noxie. Not quite the second. But they're planting out in the open for E-Box. Thomason's going to drop the bomb. Another challenger. Oh, Thomason will handle you, and you next. And Cole, I think we've just seen the flawless half. From
But you know
Bestia,
what?
Luchov.
DZT got his.
He did get his.
We're
You know what?
all good.
Yeah, but Doc is in trouble. Nice first headshot, but he will become a Thomason 4K. Tossing this one off to a break. See if 2Game can pick up a pistol. Well, Cole, are we going to be in for this one? A quick one? Or, yeah, we'll have to see. If you're not updated, you could look at the top of your screen and see that it is currently 12-0, and you win the game if you get to 13. So let's see if Bestia can do that, or 2Game can stop it. DZT will open up with 1, but the flood of Argentine players leaping through. DCT does get another. Oh, making a third. And the fourth to stop this 13-0. He comes up with that. All right.
He had 0 kills for 12 rounds. And then he just does that? Oh my god. I was going to make a little joke about maybe the second half being faster than our little halftime break, but DZT had other plans.
Oh,
he had other plans. All he needed was one. That first one is the hardest, sometimes.
He then procedurally destroyed them. He plucked them out of the sky. We only need 11 more of those. And Bestia force bot. Spinning around the corner, he's gonna get ran down by the first Tech 9, then the second one in line as well. Oh, and DZT gets finished off as well. Not the force buy after the 4K.
There you go.
Well, short-lived rebellion.
They just had to avoid the 13-0. Respect. Ouch. Ouch. A little under NHE action right there into the finishing blow, and Bestia, well, they sure do assert their dominance here in the series.
Yeah, I think dominance would is lightly putting up there. They handed out a beatdown, and it even after the 4K on the pistol, man, like, come on. It immediately turns into the Tech Nines running them down with the absolute quickness. Bestia by far, I mean, let's not get this wrong. This is absolutely this team's day. They just came off the back of taking down the literal best team in ECL. I should mention in Imperial. And now when they take down one of the bottom dogs here, one of the teams that is really trying to stay out of relegation, well, they show up.
Yeah, that, like you said, I think that's going to be a big deal. They have 3 more best of ones now left. And again, that leaves you to kind of a tough spot here where you're trying to avoid that result. You're trying to avoid that reality. And obviously, I just don't think Bestia nor Payne are going to be the one to do it. But as you can see, our player to watch, Naz, he had a bit of a fall off. He's like 14-1. He kept on pushing. He kept on trying to hunt those Eagles. But when his fall off happened, he dropped from 180 ADR to 110 ADR. So, a fall off that doesn't need to be studied there at all.
Yeah, I think no notes really needed to be taken. I think he just started having fun towards the very end. And then they were still winning is the craziest part. Naz really just playing a really good game today. Let's not get it wrong. He had a 13-4 versus Imperial as well. And, 1.86 rating. Really good day in the office here for Naz. After the 13-1, we're going to toss this one back for a break. Round 2 for 2 game. Let's see if they can get a little bit more damage downrange, guys. Or, if you like good fragging, let's just have fun watching Bestia. Peace out. And so, well, we're back aboard here, Cole. After a 13-1 drawing by Bestia, 2-game have got to pick themselves back up. And they are looking just for a single map victory here. They do have to play Pain Gaming tomorrow, but if they're able to pick themselves up and, miraculously pick up a map here, they could dodge auto-relegation and just be able to fight their way out of the tournament instead. What's the thing of that?
Yeah, I mean, you put it nicely there. It's obviously 2-game who need to show up here and deliver a map, again, to keep themselves kind of in contention out of auto relegation, which isn't a pretty spot to be in, obviously, but we'll take a look at the veto. We see Inferno coming up, and again, it's one of those maps we were kind of theory crafting. Maybe Bestia could leave it in a nuke. They had 2 great options to close out there, and Inferno being the option. It's just been really strong for this roster in the past.
Yeah, it's their main pick is actually what it is. Like Nuke, it's one of their side shows, but they've specifically played on it very well today. But Inferno is like the map they pick in their best of 3 vetoes, and they just got it in a best of 1 in the second phase, which is just really crazy to see. Obviously, 2-game themselves, it's one of their slightly better maps, all things said, but Bestia are obviously going to be the better team so far. I think they're just having a ball. I think they're laughing with each other right now. And that is honestly one of the scariest teams to play against, is a team that just feel like they can't be mentally shaken.
Yeah, you can't be mentally shaken, and they're having a lot of fun right now playing up against you. This is the match after their tough Imperial victory where they got back-to-back map picks or map victories. So it was 2 best of 1s that closed out versus incredibly tough competition. You fall right in line right there. You fall up against them, and you're going up against very strong map kind of selections here rolling through for Bestia. So, well, I mean, again, we'll see what they can do here, but after what we just saw from Anubis, if any of that carries forward, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it certainly is, but at least they get to start on the CT side, if they so choose. We're leaping off with the pistol round. It's not too far removed from DCT's 4K on the Anubis pistol round. You talked about it a little bit in the green room, but a device-like 4K. But just to lose to Tech 9s. Can he pull it off again? Not looking good for it. Just 1 for 1. Spinny inside of the apartments. Torn between multiple different angles, and we'll be able to drop down Thomas. In the meantime, Noxie's got up to no good. This kill back. Doc even inside the smoke himself will get finished off by the dual Berettas. Next up is Luchov around the side, but a molly in towards lane is going to spoil the day. Gonna have to stare this one down, wait it out, and then make their move in from lane. Myron from pit on the off angle will have some backs turn. Luchov as well, the same, but now in need of some headshots. And his opponent's run out of ammo.
way.
And he's just standing with his knife out. Are you serious?
Why? Why does this happen to us again on ECL? What is happening? Just madness.
Cole, we are cursed.
He tried to stare him down with a knife. Maybe he started like he was running at him, and then he gave up on that idea. He gave up on that dream. And Luchov just looked at him. And they got to think for a second about their decisions.
Looked him dead in the eye. It's like, are you sure you want to do this?
Oh, man. You gotta be kidding. Alright.
That's a start. That's a start. That is a 5-7 headshot. Up is gonna be a boosted.
Oh my goodness!
Okay.
Oh,
what? Oh
what?
my goodness! This is insanity. Box 5-7 just decimated Bestia.
What just happened there? Letting the bodies hit the floor there.
Okay. The twist is that they lose this round.
No. Oh, crazy plot twist. We don't need that anymore here. Tom isn't tagged down. This is a simple bag and tag setup here. The HE, though, oh, just avoid it, but can't avoid the continued damage done right there. They've got the rotates.
Oh my goodness, he's baited it all in. And look at this. He's gonna push down Banana! Oh my goodness, they have an open B site, Cole.
Oh.
But a missed smoke for spawn. DZT cuts the cross. Oh, no, there's a headshot from Luchov, Cole.
Was it
The
a
2
missed
versus
smoke?
5.
Or was it purposeful so that you could land that headshot?
Yeah, sure.
We'll leave that one up to you all. And Doc's just wondering what happened. He said, I did so much work. I did so much. And maybe he's done enough.
Oh, or maybe he didn't. No, Cole. VHC couldn't convert it.
Well,
Back's gonna be turned here, though. Oh, but he couldn't hit the shot. You gotta be joking. Thomas hit. No.
oh my god.
This is... What is going on in ECL tonight?
Something's in the water. Something is in the water right now. This is unbelievable. What is happening?
Am I in a dream, Cole?
How? I don't even know if Doc had time, but it doesn't help that he just didn't even get the kill. Oh my god.
Cole, I think I'm gonna wake up from this soon, right? Right? I'm just having a lucid dream where I'm, having a broadcast here. That's not gonna work. And the 5-7 last bullet in the gun for Thomason will do. Cole, I'm just in shock. Like, my brain, the neurons in my brain just couldn't handle what I've just seen in those opening 2 rounds.
It's looking like it's just looking like one of the, it's like when you watch your teammate trying to clutch up in matchmaking, you know he's not gonna finish the job. And all you have to say is nice try as he pulls the knife out. And for Doc, he's just
the horrible part about that is that all 4 teammates just watched that happen as well.
Both times.
Oh goodness, that's a nice flick there from VHC, and in fact, it's an anti-mid rush setup here from 2 game. And VHC will snap up a shot. Oh my goodness, Noxie's got one. And then the MAC-10 runs down the AWP. It's flying up lane here for DZT, and he can't take down the MAC-10. The SMGs are better than the rifles here, Cole. Smoked out, plant in, and we're looking at 4-0.
Oof, man. Better than the rifles, even if they have head Kevlar as well. Still just winning those duels. They're hanging around for a little while. That'll be good encouragement to bail. Just trying to keep them contained right there with that Molotov. They'll be running
just
right
sticking
in a
around.
dock.
Like, it doesn't matter how many he gets. I mean, yeah, there's just too many players, right? He's also just so close to the bomb. He's probably going down. He takes a lick of damage there. I'm still in shock. Cole, right now, I'm currently slunk to the back of my chair, and I don't think I can get up.
Slapped my knee earlier when I saw the 5-7 clip. It's like just a cruel joke played right now on 2 game. They just dangle it right in front of them and rip it away at the end, man. But there you go, again, off to these good opening duels. We'll take them, or you can find them anytime. Oh, it's not the last, is it?
Uh-oh, but there's so many targets, he couldn't think of which one to shoot. Oh, next up is Thomason, though. Not another 2v5.
No. This one, safe, and... Sound?
Sound? Yeah, I'm trying to think about it.
Yeah, sound.
Yeah, I think it's sound. I think it's sound.
Yeah, that's the one. There we go.
There you go. 5-7s will prevail. You just never know.
5.7s do look strong. Can't lie.
They gave it 20 bullets.
It's a really good, like, advertisement for buying the 5.7. If any of y'all are still buying the CZ.
I don't think anyone is. I'm actually gonna be honest. I have not seen the CZ in months, actually, in pro play. There's just no reason.
Yeah, I've seen it. Again, still there's like some stubborn players out there that love the second best $500 pistol, but
actually it's the third best. The Tech 9's way better than that pile of garbage.
Sorry, CT pistol.
Okay, fair enough. Second, well, actually, first place is probably the Deagle, but
I did say $500.
Okay, all right, fine.
There's a lot of caveats here, but there's a lot of kills towards the middle. Right now, a little spray down action rolling through.
Uchov. Trying to cut this player off, but instead we'll have to concede the duel, and that reveals both players' positions. They know there is just a single player behind this smoke, and we are going through. Leaping past, he couldn't get one. B-God gets ran down by Naz, and they have B.
Oh, there's just a nasty post plant. There's good utility here, at least for the CT side. That's what they got to lean on. One Molotov or HE, that'll hurt.
Ooh, money!
Oh, yeah.
Where's the molly?
There it is.
Oh,
there
it's going in. They both have to swing.
Oh.
And then they do, but TZT doesn't go down. And they actually hold on right there. The two-man new box setup does actually get the better of them.
Dude, and what if they both just landed the headshot right there?
Oh, cool. I think I would expire on the spot.
We avoid that reality.
I'd become an empty soul wandering the earth. They both hit the headshot there, but they didn't. But they didn't. And the reality is that 2Game have doubled the total amount of rounds that they won in the previous map.
Bang. Light work. Off to a much better start here on the defensive Inferno. Looking to keep that up. How much can they string together here? That's the big key. You do win the round, but you only did it with one alive, so you know that's going to hurt that economy.
Duh! Lines on the screen. Oh, we have a little apartments pop here. Spinny, he is so vulnerable to flashes right now. Ooh, helped out by the grenade, and then by DZT. Oh, we just got two. All right, and then Spinny from inside of pit, and this one's gonna fall flat. 2Game with a real round on their hands here, Cole. There is life. There is life in this team.
There is. Look at that. Solid A-side hold. Being able to bring decent little fight there. 2 kills. One of them fully blinded up, but helps out the kind of aggressive angle that was being taken right there from pit. If your teammate on site just takes 2 kills with them.
Oh boy, about the Tech 9s. The Tech 9s here to sour everyone's mood. Fast play up mid, and they've beaten all the utility. Look at this out in the open for Spinny! And he can't get the second there. DZT now boosted up though, and okay, he delivers his double. And the damage has been done. Thomason left to roam around the apartments. Now they are swinging a bit lackadaisically, to use your vocabulary.
Ooh. Little motion. Thomason. Oh, they kind of gave up the play there, but all good. Quickly dealt with. One quick headshot rolling out, and solid. Again, on the A side, handling the pistols. We're right back to the gun rounds, though. We'll see. I mean, again, 2-game. Planting their feet all of a sudden. Showing us a lot on the CT side. Their games of the past, the 2 ACL games that they have played on Inferno, they did look, you know, very defensively heavy, but if they could bring that step up here, that could be big. We said they just needed maps.
Yeah, they just need one. It doesn't matter how they get it. Mind the insanity of the opening 2 rounds of this game. It doesn't matter how they get it. It just matters the end result. But a full-blown A execute going into the double pit setup. And even just completely put together for the full side arch wrap. That nade to the smoke way early. And now pushing past here. Already getting up into graveyard, and it might not even matter. Spinny gonna get ran down. Luchov finds that entry, and a perfect execute there from Bestia.
Able to continue to just brute force their way through A. They're sticking around. There's no way they do for too long, though. Open for an overextension, which, to be honest, Bestia, you know, in some sense, might give it to him.
Oh my goodness. Please remain seated. Oh, that is gross. Bestia will reclaim the lead with some vengeance. Just doing some execute practice against 2-game there.
I think for this 2-game squad in general, they really don't want to let Bestia get off to a full execution. Been going for a lot of contacty plays here, but look at this. Oh my goodness.
Hello there.
Didn't register that.
Oh, but he lost his teammate because of it. You gotta be kidding me. Opens up for the 1, a second, and then also Doc is delivered towards bottom P, but he's not gonna escape Naz through the smoke. Life's quite awkward here, as Luchov will actually go down eventually. We got Naz in a 1v3.
Rounds over within a flash here. Naz left into the clutch here.
Oh, this ain't over.
True. Shooting each other on bottom banana. But Naz definitely has a chance to make this one happen.
So crazy enough, he has the whole A site hinging on a single player inside of pit. And he's got to know this. Like, Naz, with 100% certainty, has got to say, there's probably a guy in pit. And he's going to go out and clear it the correct way.
Oh my god.
You will find the headshot. He does eat a dink, though. And that ruins his chances. Molly deployed. But plants allowed. And he will happily get in those digits. And a reposition. Valuable space. But about to get flanked and finished. B-God will arrive on the scene. Naz a little too much liberty there with his time. And 2-game will equalize again.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, almost, if he didn't get dinked down right there, I do wonder how much he could have done. How much more confidence he would have had in those duels, but good little fadeaway coming through there. On the A side, does secure it. Bomb plant, though, still obviously very nice. Get extra economy going. Still got an op in play here for Noxie, and tied up at 5s. A lot more work to be done. Wild start to the last round as well. They mid-play into losing your opper.
Oh, DZT dancing with death. gonna do any of that fun for now. Oh, and B-God got flashed in and then got deleted himself. Now Naz as well continues the entry spree. VHC gonna pop in for an up shot into an instant headshot. Naz just vaporizes him.
Oh yeah.
Bomb to be planted, and here comes a save.
We got the spinny bomb.
Did you know that it's very weird, but you know how the flashbang has its it spins around with the rare animation? The decoy has a different animation than the flashbang.
Oh, that's interesting. What is is it like a special animation, or does it just not have a special animation?
I think it's the no, it's the same one as the smokes where you
Oh, okay, well you just spin it around.
Yeah.
I think I said this to you before, but you can't hold a T-side molly in your left hand.
I think you did, but I don't really understand why you can't. Please explain.
They just don't let you.
What?
You can go left-handed with everything in the game besides a T-side molly.
That is just... I don't know.
I don't know why. Maybe it's like something to do with the way a molly's thrown or something, but...
Their value system, they don't like alcohol in your left hand. I don't know. Some people are suspicious about that. I'm a lefty, by the way, so I don't... I don't know what they're...
That's a thing. Is that really like a thing?
If people are left-handed?
No, no, you can't have like alcohol in your left hand.
I don't know, but
are,
but like, people have there's superstitions about left-handed people and alcohol.
You're a
all
witch.
Right? Yeah. So you can't let your molly in your left hand, or else you'll be accused of witchcraft. So
you telling me you have your mouse pad on the left side right now?
So I'm like a very weird person where I do everything with my left. I eat with my left, I write with my left. But I play
game with your right hand.
Wow. Yeah, right hand's my mouse hand.
Have you ever tried switching?
I have not. And like I can write with my left hand. It looks like a first grader's, but I can write.
Wait, do you mean your right hand?
With my right hand. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like,
what if you started playing with your left hand and you were the next donk?
I mean, maybe. It reminds me of anyways, I'll get off the reference game here. We gotta push down banana.
Oh my god.
Drop. I think that should have been a guarantee. Not meant to be, though. Oh, surely Spinny's been seen, though. They're gonna drop right down in the mini, though. Right into DZT. There's the first headshot. And, whoa, oh my goodness. Spinny almost gave up his teammate there. But VHC just better, I suppose. Noxy will get posted up. I feel like this should have been a Bestia round, but it looks like we'll be 6-all. Unless Noxy has something to say.
Missed out on a lot of opportunities right there, but Noxy looking to secure this one. He can be really good in the clutch. This is some big info.
But he has to swing into 2 players here. Fake plant, and he's dead. All 3 players waiting for him around the corner. We got 6-all at the end of this much more competitive game. And we are all aboard. Bestia have themselves a bit of an opponent here. 2-game much more alive in this map than in the previous. And so we'll see if they can at least answer back. 2-game really in the hunt for just a map win. Just trying to keep themselves head above water, above that auto-relegation position, and trying to give themselves a reason for it. Thomason to stop them here inside of pit, but instead they make a lot of headway through. Now Myron and Noxy trying to provide the coverage. Bomb not quite getting planted yet, though, and Myron snipes another. Now trying to make their way into the site. He gets the third. I mean, Spinny inside of pit, running out of ammunition, and then just surrounded by players. Has unleashed the dual Berettas, and we've got 7.
I need a map win here, but don't start it off with a pistol again. But starts out with a pretty interesting kickoff right there, but in the post plant, just start losing out. Like you said, just a little delayed right there. Probably a little worried about that apartment's position as well. So, lose out in the 4v4. Even though they have some great setup, I think this T side's going to get a lot more difficult for them, to be honest with you. I've really struggled to deliver up against some tougher competition on this T side. Played out against Case. There's big limitations on that department. And Bestia's defense is just really strong already, so we'll see if they can deliver.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think Bestia are also just a more CT-sided map team on this map, rather. Even from their history against some of the top teams.
Pretty tough combo deal right there.
Yep. And they're going to test a 4-man A setup as well. Not looking pretty. It's looking like a dry fight as well. Set up for disaster. But, well, unable to convert that first kill easily there. But as they begin to push on through, Noxy converts his, Naz the next. Nice headshot at DZT, but Noxy doesn't let it get any further. And Spinny left to donate his Galil to one of these MP9s, you'd think. Flashbang's good. And he does actually get the pick on Noxy here. But then there's a triple swing. And Bestia with no mercy versus the Force.
I like how they gave him a chance right there. They were like, let's peek after the flash fades away. We don't want this round to be too easy.
Yeah.
Good idea. But no harm, no foul right there. Just an extra kill is all. It's just a consolation prize for 2-game right now. Bring the tech, the Deagles out. Some tools, but again, is this going to be Bestia back to just coasting, having some fun with it? I think they got a lesson quickly learned in that last map, so maybe got to buckle down a little bit more. But now they're looking to separate from the pack here. Flashes go on and Noxy running head first against the wall.
Oh, it's just
sweet.
The Opta won't make itself, Cole.
They don't grow on trees. That's what my mom always told me. You think ops grow on trees?
What's
You gotta work for them.
There's something where it's like it rhymes with you gotta do something to make money. I forget, Cole. There's some wisdom out there.
You gotta run down banana to make money.
Make money. There's something there.
I think that was a quote from Mark Zuckerberg.
You gotta run down B to make money.
When he was first making Facebook.
I mean, he might. You know what? I'm just saying. The Z might have played 1.6. He might have run down B.
This is a never before seen way to hold the A side right there.
Yeah, and it doesn't work for good reason. Doc double entry, DZT finds his own. Oh, and the whole map just falls apart. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, Cole. I'm just thinking, as 2Game, just headshot everyone and win the round.
I bet you Mark Zuckerberg's played Counter-Strike at least once. But maybe not. Maybe he's not much of a gamer either. He's too locked in.
He's too locked in to be a gamer.
I don't know. I saw social.
He had to have like
that guy. That guy would probably be the worst teammate to play with.
He definitely didn't use his mic.
Yeah, either that or he just raged at you. Told he was a backseat gamer.
Well, there's only one way you become a CEO, Cole. You gotta tell people what they gotta do.
CEO of my pugs right now. They're running it down again. Caught by a great flash. VHZ able to open things up right there. And off the back of that flashbang, Vinny able to find the opener.
Yeah, I think Luchov been caught out an awful lot. Over towards B. I think this is one of the maps. Yes, he has 12 kills, but I don't think he's necessarily having the best map so far. Like a lot of situations where you could convert for multi-kills and have a lot of impact just missed out upon. Iron gonna drop that smoke, but it's a tad late. They are already blasting past it, but Thomason now assembles that pit site crossfire, and you know how that one works out. Naz even arrives on rotation, and the A site has been battered here. As Vinny even gets hit by the smoke, so they know where he is.
That crossfire's too strong right there, man. They managed to avoid contact right when, you know, the next player would strike, so that little push and pull of attention right there from 2Game had to just been miserable to deal with. Do agree though on the other side of things, like Luchov has been missing a couple of freebies. That one, you know, to be fair, great flash coming through and that leads to some setup, but other occasions sometimes just has the kill in the palm of his hands and misses it, which isn't what we expect. But I guess again it might not matter here today. You might be able to get away with that. You wouldn't have been able to get away with it from if you're playing up against Imperial, if you're playing like that, but...
He wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
They had an overtime, a double overtime affair versus Imperial. That was on this very map of Inferno as well. And the kill discrepancy between both teams is actually just insane. Imperial had far more opening kills, far more kills in general. But it was clutches from Bestia that dug them out of it. And Luchov gonna be in some trouble. That's HE's on the money, though. Thought it would be, and well, then he just takes off the boost. Alright, Luchov heard our complaints.
More Mr. Nice Guy. Just headshots from here on out. Gotta make sure to finish his meals. And this is fizzling out to be a pretty difficult round here. You look at the B side, Noxy, or rather, Luchov and Naz there joining forces, but there's still a Molotov and another smoke. That's not gonna be fun here. Smoke gets tossed in, 30 seconds left on the clock. There's still a molly to back this up.
Oh, the molly is just gonna end it here, surely. As they are gonna blast on through. There's the molly and the even entry kill. And while Naz does go down, Luchov does open up for huge damage. But Noxy does take down the top Orange's player. We've got a 2 versus 3. Noxy's gonna get active though. Round the smoke, he'll find the headshot onto Doc. Last player is Spinny, backside. And he'll reveal his position now. And I won't be able to have the full spray transfer there. Noxy with the headshot and Bestia to 11.
They get their boots wet for the defuse right there, but a nice play, a little proactivity. Again, I think 2Game doing the only right move that they could have right there, and that's to get explosive through that smoke. Just ignore the molly completely right there. Run past it into Naz. And not a bad attempt right there from 2Game in the recovery of that 4v5, but too much output again. Luchov, when he goes down swinging. Does so much damage. Here we have it. Bestia onto 11. Closer and closer to that finish line here. Got an op that's going to lead the charge here. By a flashbang just to disrupt them.
Oh, and
Here we go.
Noxy. Whoa, who's gonna peek first? Whoever peeks first loses.
Oh my God.
Flashbang comes through. Noxy will get smoked off. Is he gonna drop an HE to this? Surely, right? Thinking about the underhand. Flashbang, HE, but it's not good enough. It doesn't actually pop inside of the smoke. Ooh, Noxy nearly goes down for as his shots there. Meantime, thinking about the double swing, they will go for it and collect the kill. And then VHZ, he does get one back, but it's Noxy also picking apart the lurks here. And they're down to the 2 versus 4.
Unrelenting. And your next option is to walk back into B, maybe. Noxy's already there. And Luchov's been planting his feet in sandbags all the while. How diligent are you in the clear?
Not diligent enough. Oh, why are we taking our sweet time in this position? VHC's gonna run past.
For a little bit.
Yeah, but Noxy will just get to boop, pop him out, and there you go. 12-7 here. Bestia. We're gonna walk away with ease for this map as well, and 2Game. We'll have to wait for tomorrow as we face off versus Pain Gaming to see if they can dodge auto relegation.
That's never a fun task right there.
Nope.
Pain Train gonna continue. Sorry to drop that one in there. To the millions of fans that enjoy puns there. TCG.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Gets a freebie right there. Did they just call in the whole squad?
They're gonna push back towards Banana, surely, right?
We're just looking to stabilize a little bit.
Suppose so. Okay.
Drop a util belt here as well. It could be interesting.
That's 3 mollies right there, so it's not all bad. Az might be able to stall out for a long time.
Committed on the site. He's got no help. It's all going to be Naz right now.
Yeah, he does have a molly to deploy. He picked up another. Oh, but now he himself standing in one. And unfortunately, that will be his demise. Flashbang, not enough. Noxy looking up top. Bestia get. Oh, what? My! That was a bomb! That was a bomb carrier! And then VHC goes down next. Are you kidding me? Noxy just closed his eyes, he let one loose, and he hit one! B-God, last man standing to end the map. This is not real. Oh, B-God is gonna get finished off. Noxy, without a care in the world, he fired and forget, and 2Game wish they can forget that one.
Oh my God, what a finish right there. Noxy just sitting up packing with that shot. Calling it a day right there. We didn't want to let that one go any further right there. What a finish. I mean, again, like, just put his hands over his eyes and sent one through. Oh, man.
I can't believe it. This game was so maniacal. And honestly, one of my most entertaining games I've ever watched here on ECL. Was it the best Counter-Strike? No. There were certainly some awkward moments and some things that, you know, realistically Shouldn't have happened. But was it fun, Cole? Absolutely, yes. We're going to check into our player to watch. Naz, not necessarily the most lights out game we've had from him. Oh well, his team got the win, and they're doing great here at ECL.
That's all that matters right there, right? Again, you get the W, you continue your hot streak 4-0 on the day. So for Bestia, you get to cap things off with a big old smile on your face here, knowing that you did some fantastic work. You got to save some of the easier shifts for the later end there, and again have some fun up against this 2-game roster who are in very hot water at this point.
Cole, I think that has got to be one of the most ridiculous shots I think I've ever seen from Noxy. What a way to close down the night here for South American ECL. NAECL is going down, though, as well, so you can go ahead and check into that. So we're going to toss this one off to a break and check in for some NAECL. Peace out, folks.